Welcome back to Great Day, Washington. A powerful new play is now on stage at Woolly Mammoth Theatre Company. The Great Privation, How to Flip 10 Cents into a Dollar, transports us between 1832 Philadelphia and today, following two mothers and daughters as they confront the legacies of their land and fight to protect their future. And joining us now to share more about this production is the play's director, Mina Morita. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Of
it's
course,
great to be here.
I know. So listen, for anyone who is unfamiliar, tell us what The Great Privation is all about.
For me, it's a love story about a mother and a daughter in 1832 as they guard the grave of their husband and father. And then it switches to their descendants, also mother-daughter love story set in a summer camp on those same graveyard grounds. So it's about their resilience, their search for value, their sense of understanding each other, and through love, really supporting each other.
I love everything about love, right? It's so fantastic. There's a subtitle, How to Flip 10 Cents into a Dollar. What does that mean in the context of this production?
So Nia, Akila Robinson, who is the playwright, used to have her parents say this phrase all the time, and it was like, if you could only, get sausages at the supermarket, then how are you going to make it look beautiful on the dinner table and be delicious? So how do you make the best of the Great Privation, which is the great lack in terms of our history, and then try to flip it? Make it better.
Fantastic. Interesting. I like that. Now, what do you hope audiences walk away with after seeing The Great Privation?
It's been great because I've been talking to a lot of the audiences coming out of the theater, and so much of it is about not knowing our true history and the resurrectionist history in terms of medical grave robbing, especially in terms of Black graves, and understanding how that impacts Black communities' trust of medical professionals now, and just sort of understanding that our value is set in how we live our daily lives, and that's the most important thing.
Yeah, I was going to ask, how is The Great Privation reflective of kind of what's going on in today's world or in America right now?
I think it's about how do we dance through the tears, how do we laugh in the moments that are really challenging, and how do we make sure we're there for each other in the ways we need to be to persist, to resist, to exist.
Yeah, I love that. That's very important. And also, was it important for you to be showing this here in Washington, D.C., and then also in Boston?
Yes. Company One is the other theater company that Woolly Mammoth is co-producing with, and they also value accountability and understanding that theater can actually engage and create a civic society that is more aware and values community more.
We love our theater. We're so grateful for all of the great theaters in Washington, D.C., and so grateful for you bringing this to our D.C. area. Now, the show has been described as immersive and imaginative. How are you able to bring these elements to life in the production?
So we have an incredible design team, and so what we did is we put seats, there's about 20 seats on stage. We actually have earth on stage because this is so much about the earth and the soil and the roots of our existence, being witness to our history and how we feel differently when we're walking on certain grounds. And basically this earth is made of coconut husks, and it looks like real earth on stage. The whole stage is covered with it.
Interesting.
So this is a way of being immersive and understanding that we are all standing upon the same ground.
Did that cause any issues with the blocking and walking around on the earth?
We did have some chase scenes, so we had to modify those and a couple of other things, but there are some moments where the soil is moving also, and we have even lights inside of the soils and planking. So
that certainly makes it immersive, for sure.
It does.
If you could describe your production in 3 words, what would you say?
I would say laughter, love, and ache.
Okay. Let's see if people walk around with those 3 elements, well, after they see the production. All right, now where can people get tickets, and how long is this going to be running here in DC?
Sure, it's October 12th is our closing date, so please run to the theater. It's Theater Week this week, and you can find out more information on www.woolymammoth.net.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for being here and sharing so much about this. I hope it's nothing but continued success for you as you move on to Boston after this.
Thank you so much.
Of course, the world premiere of The Great Privation, How to Flip 10 Cents into a Dollar, is showing again at the Woolly Mammoth in Penn Quarter through October 12th.